But
Okay.
guess guys, who's fucking boosted out here hasn't kicked in yet, but I don't know. Like maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't fucking know. But hey,
Wait, hold on. I forgot to turn off my mini fridge. In the background, it goes. And I turn.
Oh Jesus!
I can't have that. No, dude, this thing's quiet. It's dope. This mini fridge is fucking quiet. Like that was my like number one concern. Like when I got it as a gift, I'm like, how loud is this thing gonna be? And I keep it running like all the time, except for when I'm recording something, obviously. It's pretty good. I put my rice cold brew coffee inside of
So
it.
how many drinks did you say you could fit in there? Like in total?
You can fit like 6 normal-sized cans of soda, which I don't drink soda, so I don't do that. So I can fit about like 3 cans of Rise, maybe 2 things of Guinness in there, along with my my skin cream.
Ooh.
So it's a very, very, very personal mini fridge.
Yeah,
It's not like you can't put
like I've
shit
seen
in there.
I've seen the like not a mini fridge, but like a half fridge. I've seen those, like the ones like that are literally like half a refrigerator. It's just like primarily just meant for drinks. It's got like the little glass door that like it's just like essentially half a fridge, like basically, and like it's like those
Half
small
fridge.
I mean, I call it because your thing is a mini fridge though. That's the thing. Like the one that you have is a mini fridge, but like that one you could fit like drinks in it. Is what I'm saying though. Like I'm just scaling it up is all I'm saying. But
All I'm thinking about is I'm just thinking about half fridge. And how that sounds like the name of like a really shitty like side superhero from the Venture Brothers.
it's like, oh, what's your name? My name's Half Fridge. It's like,
I have the power to store 3 cans of G Fuel inside of my belly. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
this guy was like trying to. If this guy was part of like the MCU, and he's like he tries every year to be a part of the Avengers. Like every single fucking year, he goes to send in an application. Gives in like a cover letter, everything, and you just see like Nick Fury like, nah, sorry man, you can't come. No, so I'm sorry, you can't. No, what do you
fucking MCU Phase 32? Like years down the line, be like, all right, boys, who else we got?
John
like,
Favreau.
Who we giving a fucking movie for at this point,
John
man?
Favreau and all his boys just like, yo, are we like, did we run out of superheroes? Like I think we ran out. Like the last guy we had was like. We had to make up a character, Scarlet Witch's bastard ass brother. I don't know, like we don't know who the fuck's left at this point. I mean, again,
we could do the movie about Tony Stark's daughter.
It's like, is she old enough yet? Yeah, it's how many years it's been? Like, yeah, get her in here. Like, we're not gonna give you the same money as we did Robert Downey Jr. because you're not that special. But
Whoa, how hot is she? Is she like a?
There was
like an 8. She's like a 9. She's more like a 6, dude.
Funny enough,
I don't know how good that is for ratings.
There was actually a deleted scene in Endgame, where Tony snaps, and then after he goes to the afterlife, and he sees his daughter like grown up and everything. So I mean,
I thought there was one where like he dies and he sees Jensen.
That I wish they could have done that, cause
that would have been cooler. That would have been way cooler. That would have been a pretty cool callback.
Because of how pivotal like that whole character was to like Tony's growth as well.
Like, get it? We're bringing it all the way back to the first one.
I'll even say this, like going. By the way, guys, welcome to this real slapdash episode
just
today.
About to do it
because I literally just got boosted like fucking an hour ago, and we're gonna just squeeze this one to be a quick one.
You got boost power.
It's like when Thanos puts like the last Infinity Stone on his gauntlet, and he's just like,
hope it's the last Infinity Stone.
Hey, I hope so too.
I want to see like when I walked to get my booster, I saw this little fucking thing on the wall. Where, like, it said, next due date, June 30th. Like, depending on what day you get your booster. And I'm like, are you telling me, like, preliminarily,
and it's like, we're also taking
when I'm gonna need my next one?
We're all taking in external factors because, like, imagine if this nurse was, like, just, like, real Beverly Hills white girl. Like, that, like, she's just like, we just want to at least keep you aware that you may have to come in again for another booster. Just because there's a lot of people out there that, like anti-vax and shit. Like, just you got to be aware of these people. Like, like it's just so that's why we just put a tentative date for your next booster. Sorry. Okay, thanks. Bye. Next.
I mean, but my sister works for FEMA. Like, they don't even know that yet. I mean, I know Israel's already given people like their 4th booster shot.
Some countries have been like real proactive with it, and at the very least, like they're not leaving anything to chance. But us Americans, we leave everything to chance till the last minute. So it how it be over here in these streets. But so I wanted to at least let you guys know ahead of time that today, at least I'm hoping, because David also had his appointment, so we're gonna keep this at least probably on the hour on the dot, or at least we'll try to this time around, just because David has nothing to do and I have to recuperate. So guys, welcome to today's episode. Sometimes sick, sometimes not, sometimes I want to die, but today at least
that one sucked.
At least whatever, man. Like
I thought you were about to say like
that was
sometimes
like a 2.
sick, sometimes not, but always boosted.
That was a 2, sure. But I've heard some 1s coming from your end as well, buddy. So I'm just saying it ain't the worst that we've had on this show, and it is also, what is it?
Listen. You're a simp. I'm gonna have to report you back to Cusco.
So this is the 3rd episode of 2022. Welcome everybody, and hope you liking the fire memes that you've been seeing on the Instagram. I just put up one today where it was literally a line of people literally getting something injected into their spines. And David, you could check out the Instagram yourself if you want to see.
I saw it already. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Honestly, you guys have been giving the Instagram a lot of love, which we appreciate for sure. And I want to give Dennis a lot of love for using that instead, because God knows that I would neglect the shit out of an Instagram account if I was the one who was running that shit.
And it works out both ways too, because like I can't stand Twitter. You don't care for Instagram, so it's like we're just in the best of both worlds at that point. And
essentially, yes.
So like we said, guys, split it up like the Roman Empire between the two of us. We're just like
boy pusher,
and we getting our boy pussies like on the side for each of us.
I cannot fucking. I gotta say though, man. I mean, it's the least we could do for Dennis, considering how kind he was to me when we were doing mine. I had to force through the fucking pain when I had my booster. But the thing with me is that, and here's a little story for you, is that I'm pretty sure I fucking had COVID.
Even before?
When that went down. Nope, on the same day, and here's why. Right? Well,
let me tell you a tale.
Let me tell you a little tale. I don't know why Heath Ledger came out.
He probably would say something like that.
His booster gives me a little push.
Go ahead.
To boast.
Remember, we're making this a quick one. At an hour, or at least under an hour. Go ahead.
You can't tell me to do the Double D experience and have me not like voice Heath Ledger.
It's the same for all of us. Same for Bane as well. We just love the Bale, the Nolan universe so much that like
the Bane CU.
Yo,
every movie is about Bane.
I have a question that I'm gonna ask, but go ahead first. I want to hear this story.
Holy fucking listen. So my grandmother is very, very old. She is 93. God bless her soul.
Ancient.
She's a Cuban woman, so she frankly refuses to die. It's relatively impressive, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, the slew of medical stuff that she had all at once from just suddenly being so healthy and then she's still here. I'm not even talking about medical. I'm talking about physical injuries. Here's the thing. She's been in and out of the hospital like 5 times because of an injury that she got. She got COVID. My grandmother, she fucking got COVID. It's gone now already. You know, she's 93, got COVID, didn't, like, no ventilator, no nothing, like, literally completely fucking fine. It's kind of almost like that the vaccines work and stop that shit from happening. But,
surprise.
Surprise. I'm dead sexy.
And now I'm dead.
Yep. So, pretty much my family was getting that, no way around. My mom got it, then my dad. And this happened relatively around the same time that I got boosted, like about a week afterwards. So here's what went down, right? She tested positive. The vaccines really did nothing to me. I was lethargic, and I felt like maybe a little teeny tiny bit sick, but really nothing that I got over within like a day or two, if anything. But the booster The booster fucking kicked my ass. Like, like, raging fever. Like, it felt like an elephant, like, lodged his asshole on my cranium.
No,
I couldn't, like, move my head up. It was awful. Like sleepless night the first time.
You had the chills as well?
Slightly, but not really. I was more so just sweaty.
That's good, though. You sweat it out. That's good, though.
Yeah, it was awful. I'm not gonna lie. But, it was necessary, of course. Here's the thing. I'm starting to think that because, like, the vaccines didn't make me feel that way, and the fact that my whole family happened to get COVID, that I got it too. And here's why. A couple days later, I lost my sense of taste. Like, completely. And smell. That is not a symptom of the Omicron variant. It's a symptom of the Delta.
So you got that Delta shit.
Supposedly, yes. And all of these things considered, oh, David, you got COVID, man. It's good you got over it, vaccine. Like, a lot of shit timing. A lot of people have been getting sick, like, around the same time they get the booster just because Omicron is, spreading like wildfire. And here's the thing. If y'all at home want to play a little game, you want to have a little fun with the double Ds, because everybody wants to have fun with some double Ds every now and again.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You want to take a guess at what my results came back? Did you guess positive?
No, make it sound wrong. Make it sound like as if it's a Dora the Explorer bit. Do you want to guess what my results were?
What were my COVID results?
That's right. Inconclusive.
Bro. Literally inconclusive. Not even unequivocal. Inconclusive. Oh, yeah, those fuckers pissed in it.
And I didn't guess that. Like, David already told me ahead of time, days before. But, yes, guys, it was inconclusive. David had his COVID test pissed on by yours truly. Because I like to play funny jokes on my friend.
A funny joke?
That also gives them low-key anxiety attacks.
Piss or cum or shit or whatever combination. I'm pretty sure they literally dropped it. Because I have a friend who works in one of those labs, and she told me that every now and again that happens. So literally, I think they dropped it. So here's the thing. I got sick around the same time I got the booster. I don't know if it was the booster that made me sick when my whole family got COVID and stuff like that, even though my mom and dad somehow, some way, tested negative from this same place. So I'm literally never gonna know. As long as I live, probably. My dad got tested from another place, and he tested positive. I mean, it was abundantly fucking obvious that I got sick. So, honest to God, I think it was just that fucking place that we got tested at that something happened. I'm not gonna lie.
They fucked up. They dropped the ball.
It was literally just these two women sitting on a couch. They looked dead, probably exhausted from having to, like, test all these people all day. This lady didn't even, it was a PCR test, too. This lady didn't even, push the fucking shit in my nostrils. It was like, honestly, she did, like, a little tiny swab, and that was
like,
it.
Boop, and then, like...
No, honest to God, she looked like she wanted to die. Like those poor healthcare workers, honestly.
And at the same time, can't really give them shit for that either.
No.
They've been fighting this war against COVID and stupid people for 2 years already at this point. And I think even longer, maybe, perhaps. But, like, depending on what part of the world.
Die, but, whatever. We're America.
I agree too. But, like, going back to, like, the healthcare workers and everything. Yeah, like, my friend Julie, she recently just became a nurse practitioner. She's practicing it now. She is. She's moving up in the healthcare world. So, congratulations there, Julie. I ain't your father, but I'm proud of you. But at the same time, yeah, like she's been saying that hospital that she works at, it's been it's since like the cases have been going up again and everything. It's like it's a little odd because at least like our governor like shout out, like I don't really care for Murphy too much anyways, like, and as far as like the whole political realm goes, like even within Jersey, like I don't really care too much, but at the very least, like the guy's response to this whole thing has been at the very least more than adequate. And
yeah, but I still can't get an apartment in this fucking state.
Yeah, so there is that too. We have our gripes with our man, but
I'll give Murphy the benefit of the doubt. I thought he was gonna reinstate an indoor mask mandate the second he got elected. The second he got reelected, I thought that shit was gonna happen, and he didn't do it, which I thought was insanely surprising. Maybe he just thought it wasn't necessary or some shit. I mean, New York, I guess, is even more hyper-liberal than New Jersey is. So they're like, indoor mask mandate everywhere and free avocado toast if you get your booster.
I mean,
but Jersey didn't follow suit. I was surprised.
There could be multiple reasons, like, as to, like, why I can't really gauge his mind in, as far as, like, his decisions go, but at the very least, he's a Wall Street bastard too. That guy.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's a Wall Street guy. Yeah.
That's where Murphy's from.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I didn't know that.
The guy's money. This is why I also said before, like a couple episodes back, that like we're not gonna really ever see any grassroots politicians. Like, and I don't got really any gripes.
Do you think Murphy has NFTs?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he just has like a shitty paint picture, a paint NFT. Hold on, David. A paint NFT of New Jersey, and he's like, I'm gonna sell this for $40 million. It's probably some dumb sap is gonna buy it anyways, but
probably Gandolfini. He probably has like a really shitty like drawing of James Gandolfini.
And like the rest of like his family like probably sue that fucker for even having it. It's like, how dare you? But but again, like I think as far going back to like how you reacted to like even getting COVID and everything, and you essentially getting Delta and then getting vaxxed afterwards.
Either that or the booster really just kicked my ass that bad.
Or that too.
I shouldn't have lost. No, every nurse I talked to told me you shouldn't have lost your taste. They told me that that from the booster that makes no sense. So I definitely fucking got it.
Yeah, going off of that, yeah. So it's essentially like I think we could essentially say that you probably did get it from your grandma downstairs. But probably. And it's really funny too, because like this is like still one of those viruses that like it's kind of, it doesn't care, like essentially even if you are taking every precaution, like there is a chance you perhaps still can get it.
Everyone's going to come in contact with this virus at some point,
which is hilarious considering even when like Omicron was still kind of like was I think already in the news, and people were already starting to say that this is highly more contagious than Delta and all that. I was going to the gym every
panic.
Like I was going to the gym 3 times, sometimes 4 times a week without a mask, even when the news was saying that like, oh, Omicron is like out there and everything. And I legit thought like after, cause like I stopped going 2 weeks ago, and I'm gonna start going again this week because I just got boosted, and the only reason why I got boosted was because I wanted to go to the gym again.
Well, you should wait like 2 weeks until your booster is like fully in your system. I'm sorry. I hate to burst your bubble, Denise, but
not David. I'm going on Wednesday. Thank you, but
you wouldn't even come to my house to drink. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I see you. I understand. Not gonna come to my house to do the double drunk experience, but you won't even wait for your booster to kick in before you try to get your pump on again.
I'll wear a mask when I'm out there. Who cares? Nah, I'm joking. Like, we'll see how I'm feeling like by the end of this week at the very least. But it's kind of nuts because like I literally I was going to the gym like for a good amount of time when Omicron was out there, and like I didn't get it at all. I thought honestly I would get it, like I would feel the symptoms at least like 2 weeks from that point on, but yeah, nothing. But it's still like one of those cases where it's like you still like should at least be careful. Like I also did wipe down every piece of equipment that like I used when I was at the gym, so I wasn't not careful in that sense, but I wasn't going to be wearing a mask
anyway.
I know, but most people don't do it, is what I'm saying, David. Like, you forget that. A lot of people, like, at these places don't ever even pick up the cloth or pick up the paper towel and, like, wipe the shit down. I was doing that every time.
Fungal infections spread.
And
it's nasty.
And it's the reason why that, at the very least, like, I was being careful. I know a lot of other people weren't. I still saw people even wearing masks at the gym, which I'm like, I could do that too, but I didn't want to. So, like, that was just me. But, like... And I got nothing but good things to say, at least for these people. Like, they were being careful. Like, like, what else could I say? But it's... now I'm, like, wondering, like, for, let's say, all the people who are going back to school, especially college kids, like, think BCC is going to be opening up tomorrow, I believe. Or I believe it's the 19th, I believe. I'm really wondering, like, because I'm pretty sure, like, the schools don't even give a shit at this point anymore.
A lot of
like,
people don't give a shit anymore.
Like, I mean,
at this point.
like people in authority is what I'm saying, though. Like, they just really couldn't give less of a fuck anymore at this
Dude,
point.
if I'm being real, it seems like the fucking government is phoning it in. At this point. I mean, I don't want to, like, go, like, immediately the negative route, but it honestly seems like a lot of people are just, like, sort of moving on from this. I mean, don't get me wrong, some scientists are actually very optimistic about Omicron because the fact that it does spread fast, but it's a less deadly version of the virus.
So you'll still have the
antibodies
yeah.
like, from that same one, which is actually kind of a good thing. Me personally, dude, the only thing that I'm really the most sick of, you know, obviously, you know, like, I mean, it's not the same as it was before where people are like, oh, don't leave your house ever. Don't see your friends.
Because we have the vax
like
now.
that. Yeah, because we have the vax now. You know, I'm so done with people acting like the vaccine either doesn't exist or that it doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, this is the thing this is the thing I hate the most about COVID, or one of the things I hate the most about it. There's a lot of people who tend to only believe the negative information about COVID. Whenever there's, like, any good news about it, it's like people are just so used to bad news that they don't even, like,
they couldn't give you less of a fuck about the good news.
Yeah, that's part of a theory called the mean world theory. It's pretty self-explanatory when you think about it. It's when people just see so much negative news in the media that they either just only believe the negative news, or it really starts to heavily, like, shape their outlook on the world. Like, it makes them a more negative person when they see just so much more negative news. And the thing is, you know, the media, if there's anything I could tell you from, you know, having a degree in communication and media arts from one of the top communication schools in the country, is that I could tell you these people are full of shit sometimes. There are tactics that they use to keep you clicking on their shit.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Much like a YouTuber, like showing his Pokemon
sort of media
cards
site
to every 10-year-old who clicks on their videos, trying to shill out their little gambling sites for underage children to come and click on, and those cringy as fuck family YouTubers who film literally everything their child does on any given day.
Or sometimes abuse their children on camera and get views for it. I remember that whole family from way back when. I forgot their name, but I knew they were in the news for a while.
There's a million of them. Those family vlog channels are like, they're actually some of the most cringy and frankly disturbing content on the platform. But yeah, the thing is, like, there's so many threads that go viral of people who claim they know what they're talking about, who only, like, say the bad shit. And there's this one that blew up recently, but, like, apparently every fucking article that he cited was pre-vaccine. But people don't, like, read that shit, you know? Like,
people don't even look that way in. They don't look that far into it ever. Like,
that's what I'm saying, man. Like, people only see these things, and it's just like, they only believe the bad news about COVID. It's like there couldn't be anything good about this or that. Nothing good like this or that. And the thing you gotta understand is, bro, misinformation is not only from the anti-vaxxers. You know, the people who say the virus doesn't exist or that the vaccines don't do anything, blah, 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 this and that. There's misinformation on the other side of the spectrum who say there's nothing we're going to do, nothing's going to change, lock yourself in your house forever, never interact with anybody.
A lot of doomsday.
You should wear a mask in your home. And it's like, bro, relax. Like, fucking relax. Like, the thing is, you got to understand, it's like, how much content are you clicking on there? What's the stuff that you pay more attention to? You pay more attention to that stuff. Any tweet that's like has those stupid little alarm emojis, those red emojis with the word breaking in between it in bold capital letters. Dude, the information's not always accurate. And I'm not telling you to become an unhealthy skeptic. I'm not saying be an idiot and then don't believe any bad news about COVID. But the thing is, there's a lot of fucking fear-mongering. Do you remember when literally everyone said that, oh, the Delta variant, it's beating our vaccines? Like, the vaccines are useless now. We're back to square one.
Yeah.
Do you also remember when that didn't fucking happen? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like everybody immediately goes to the doomsday worst case scenario, and it's like, it's part of the reason I hate Twitter so much, man. It's like Twitter, like, the first reaction to like every bit of news is we're all gonna die. And I just want people to the reason I'm bringing all this up, man, is because I'm so unbelievably done. After all the shit that I went through, after all the shit we all went through in the last couple of years, I am so unbelievably fucking done with people telling me you should be afraid. There is nothing rational about telling someone they should be scared. Rationalizing fear on the other end of the spectrum is not good. Like, take me, for instance. I don't like elevators. I try not to take them when I don't have to, but elevators are maintained, you know, like they're like kept up depending on like what building you go in them in. It's like they're
I still get that irrational fear.
Way.
I still get that irrational fear though, you know?
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's like it's still there, but like, you know, you just gotta like I really have no better way to say it. It's just like, just get the fuck over it and just like go on it. And like what are you gonna do? Like take the fucking 99 flights of stairs to go where you need to be? Like if that's the case, then all right, go forward. But I always feel as if like you just kind of have to. David mentioned
every day is leg day.
Being David mentioned being like an unhealthy skeptic. I'm more being for a healthy skeptic. Like just at least know that like it's fine that at the very least you fear, like you do feel that fear every now and then, but like just go do it. Like don't be afraid in that sense. Like
that's not really what I mean. I mean more so just like I don't like it when people tell you it's rational to be afraid. Fear is the mind killer. Like fear is what stops you from doing shit. And like
you're right. I do agree with you.
How much I'm phrasing this bad.
No. I think I get what you're saying, but I feel as if like you just kind of have to have both in mind. But don't let one or the other kind of, at least don't let the fear part overpower like let's say that part of your brain that knows that you need to do something.
Yeah. Like
just realize that you got to keep both in mind, and then just have it in the back of your mind, and then that's it. And just go about your day knowing that. Like,
yeah,
fuck,
man,
like for fuck's sake, driving in general, anywhere in the United States is like, there is about maybe at least double-digit chance that like you probably will get into an accident. Like, and especially depending on how much you drive out there. Like, everyone knows like how at least, and if anyone's been driving around in the tri-state area or even in New Jersey specifically, like I've seen people run red. I've seen people not even stop at stop signs. I've been seeing like a lot of risky shit more than ever really on the road. And it scares the living fuck out of me, and it makes me get even more into a defensive sort of driver's stance whenever I drive, because places like Route 3, 95, 80, plenty of others like I've seen so much stuff that made me just go like, holy shit, this person's fucking probably on meds or something. Like this person's probably nuts. And people have been kind of chalking it up to being like, because during the pandemic, like everyone's just been cooped up inside. So like, the anger and everything's just been like on the rise ever since then. And if that is true, maybe it is, I don't know. But I kind of half believe it, just because like, being cooped up inside for so long kind of does fuck with you, like mentally. So I get that. But like, dude, like
how do you expect people to react? You know what I mean? You expect people to just be like, oh, okay, it's not safe yet. This is good. Like, no, people are going to be angry at that.
Yeah.
Young people like us, are like we're being told that we have to spend the fucking best years of our life inside, for the rest of our lives. Like, fuck you. You know what I mean?
At the same time, though, like when I saw all those, I think it was last year, like during spring break, when all those kids like went down to Florida and everything, I was just kind of like, like just my eyes went like a little wide. I was like, oh shit. Like,
you talking about last year, 2021, or you're talking about 2020?
2020, my bad. Yeah, 2021.
Oh, well, that's different.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we just got to keep both in mind.
It was fucking pre-vaccine when we knew literally nothing about this virus.
And these guys, and these literally like college students, I think, like all just went down to Miami, just like partied it up and everything. And let's be real. Look, when you're young and everything, you want to go like somewhere for spring break and shit. Like you want to go with their friends. I get it. I get the fucking experience. Like it is a very nice one and creates some good memories and shit. Or maybe it won't, because like the girlfriend or let's say the crush that you hang out with and everything likes another guy instead of you. So like you probably have some terrible memories. But that can happen.
Always one.
Yeah, there always is one in that group. There's always one in a friend group. There's always one. But
yep. That's why catching feelings is fucking gay, am I right?
But what I'm saying though, at least like now.
Come on, like, don't leave me hanging, bro.
But like
Thanks.
you see, but like now you see, at least for this year, with the implementation of the booster and everything, like at the very least, like I don't know, I'm still a little bit even iffy about like traveling on planes, just because like the plane just recycles our fucking air like throughout the entire plane. So like still a little iffy on that, if anything. But
well, the CDC's not.
I know, exactly. Which, I mean, to be fair, like I know for a fact, like this is how it went. Like when the pandemic first landed, right? CDC was like, okay, we have to give a shit. But then as the years went by, the CDC kind of like did that thing that a lot of people just do over something that they should care about. But as years go by, and if they realize, oh, it's not a big deal, then they don't give a they basically just don't give a fuck about it. They just don't give a fuck about it anymore. At the very least,
virus will never die.
Like everyone remembers their implementation of the new rule about how long you should stay quarantined. What did it go from 2 weeks to
they said
5 days?
14, and then they said 10 eventually, without any prior notion of switching it to 10. They switched it to 10 because they're just like, oh, you'll get over it faster than we thought.
Yeah.
They switched it to 5 days though, because fucking Delta Airlines asked them to.
Because they needed the workers to come back to work.
Yeah.
Which
pretty much, yeah, and that's why
I don't know.
How do you expect people to not be sus of them of that? You know what I mean? It's like I'm not saying
corporate money. They got that lobbyist money. It's just Delta was like, here you go. By the way, 5 days, and then you just walked out the door.
Yeah,
literally.
Fucking one of the things that I hate is obviously information changes, it evolves. Morty.
And no, I'm open to that too.
Morty, I could just cure this virus, Morty. I could take care of it like that.
We all are open to that because at the very least, we're waiting for for positive news about this shit. And
I fucking hate people, Morty.
Yeah, me too. And it's
COVID kills everyone, Morty.
Dude, I wish 95 was more open. I wish I didn't have to fucking drive in the middle of rush hour traffic at 5 o'clock.
Chill.
I wish, man. I wish.
Was that also Hitler's vision?
Yeah, he wanted the Autobahn much more open. Literally.
While I'm in your backseat trying to fuck Megatron.
Not that I don't wish people were dying more, but I was missing the wide open roads. The very fact I could go down the Lincoln Tunnel at 5 o'clock at rush hour and there is nobody out there. I miss that, honestly. And it didn't last.
Finer things in life.
It did not last long enough, in my opinion.
Of course, it fucking didn't.
But I like open highways.
There's a lot of new information.
I'm a simple man.
Now they're literally telling us that the masks that we've been using for the last 2 years are
dog
suddenly not good enough. And that only these KN95s from these specific companies are good enough.
A little sus there.
I'm sorry. I'm not a fucking, and I don't want people to say, oh, you're an anti-vaxxer. Why just trust the science? Why aren't you, just trusting the science, bro? I don't have to be all the way on the opposite end of the spectrum to think that some things are bullshit. Centrism is not fucking extremism.
Yeah, but the moment I can
it's not this fucking silence is violence thing all those fucking white people say who don't actually give a shit about stuff racial problems and whatnot. But I'm just saying, I wore the fucking cloth mask that my sister made for 2 years. I never got COVID until it was literally in my home because of a woman who was in and out of the hospital 5 times. And we were boosted up with this fucking vaccine 3 times in the hopes of building our immunity, and we're suddenly told that these fucking things are useless.
And not to mention, if these are masks that you're basically saying that I can.
You remember when they said either 2 weeks to slow the spread, or you remember when Biden said you're literally not gonna get COVID if you get the vaccine and stuff like that? Tricked you. You have to get a vaccine every fucking 6 months now, and the masks that you're wearing aren't good enough, and the only ones that will are from these companies that are sponsoring us.
And not to mention,
come on.
If those masks are also ones that I'm gonna be buying off of Amazon Prime, I don't believe you. You can go fuck yourself.
And again, bro, I'm not fucking I know I'm saying some things that are against what the CDC says. That does not mean I fucking don't think COVID is real. That does not mean I think the vaccines don't work.
We're compartmentalizing it.
Thank you.
We're
exactly.
We're
That's
picking
what I'm
and
saying.
choosing.
I'm not on this far right of the spectrum where it's just I don't believe COVID exists anymore.
We know this
so I'm
thing
gonna
exists.
Pretend it doesn't. I'm just saying, bro.
It's just also one of those things again, guys, where at least for me, I gotta say, I didn't get this vaccine and everything for any of y'all. I got it for me because I wanted to just go back to normal life, at least the semblance of it in a way. Yeah. I wanted to go to the gym without wearing a fucking mask. I didn't want to worry about it. That's why I did it. I did it for selfish reasons, and I'm pretty sure everyone else did as well. And if anyone out there says, "Oh yeah, I got the vaccine for," if it was for your family, like, I get that. But if you did it because like you did it for the greater good, you're full of shit. Like, I know for a fact, 99% of y'all who got it did it for selfish reasons because I wanted to go. Do you want it to go back to your normal way of life? You wanted to go to gyms. You wanted to go to restaurants. You wanted to go to places again that you didn't have to worry about spreading it or catching it or whatever. It's the reason why everyone got it, for that reason. And shit was free, so a lot of us ended up just jumping on it and say, hey, we got it. But that's why, like, I think, at least as far as what David's saying, like, I also do agree in the sense that, like, I just wish also the CDC would be honest and just be like, yeah, we don't really give a fuck. Like, the full news about the whole going from 14 days to 5 as far as quarantining, I wish they could have just said, it's because, like, you all need to get back to work. And they spun it in a way where it's like, oh, like, we still, like, care for the safety of the health of the people who live here in this country.
I thought they were honest about it. I thought they said, like, straight up, like, oh, like, the economy can't handle this anymore, like, people not working for 10 days.
Why does the CDC care about the economy? Why do they give a fuck for the like, at least in their realm, right? Like, these guys are already getting their corporate money. So it's like, we all know that your whole rhetoric about, like, oh, like, the economy can't handle is bullshit. Like, if we really think about it, it's like, we know that they're not the ones that are speaking. We know that the companies that basically slid them that money are the ones that are talking. Right. And to be fair, like, I know that the whole Great Resignation has also been kind of catching a lot of what do you call it? Like, it's been getting a lot of buzz lately in the news, and it's been on 60 Minutes and shit. And, like, it was a very one-sided view of the whole, I guess, movement, because it was from the perspective of, like, business owners, which if any of y'all know, everyone worked for a shitty boss at least once in their life, and you know how out of touch these motherfuckers are, like, about everything that is around them. And because they're so tunnel vision that, like, all they care for is profits. And I get it. You are a for-profit company. It is what you do. I get that. But at the same time, you got to realize as well, like, that the more you, at the very least, keep treating people like as if they're just numbers on an Excel spreadsheet, you're going to get some backlash. And it's also for that reason that at the very, Blizzard's a bit more on the real scumbaggy side of things as far as the companies go. But, like, a lot even more scumbaggy than you'd believe.
I remember when the worst thing they ever did was just kissing corporate China's ass.
Now
I remember that. It blows my mind that people still buy their games. Go on.
There's also been news that a lot of the troublemakers within their company have been removed, and now I'm just waiting for Bobby Cock-itch to, like, basically, like, get the fuck out of there as well. Like, that guy's
also on the board of directors of Coca-Cola, right? Like, he's like,
is he really?
He's literally like, the guy's never touched a fucking video game in his life. He's literally just a rich corporate owner. Yeah. Shit, he doesn't care like what his fucking company sells. It's like that scene from Always Sunny where, like, Charlie is, like, Frank's assistant running his company now, and he eventually just asks him, he's like, Frank, what does our company sell?
Oh yeah.
Like what do we produce? And he's like,
profits.
We produce wealth. What do we make? We make money. Like, he literally does not know he's the CEO of this company, does not know what fucking product his company makes. Like, straight up, that's Bobby Kotick. Like, absolutely, that's Bobby Kotick. He probably doesn't even know what Coca-Cola is. He probably thinks it's actual Coke that they just sell to, like, some fucking Guatemalan villages or some shit that he snorts on the down, though. He's like, wait, this isn't ours? Oh, whatever, it's good shit.
Woo! And it's for that reason.
Somebody bring me a 17-year-old ass to fondle.
It's for that reason that. Hold up, David. I'll do it. Just give me a sec.
You're gonna be my 17-year-old ass.
Yes.
Nice.
I didn't know you were emulating Jeffrey Epstein there, but just don't die in the jail cell, okay? But all I'm saying is that at the very least, like, just don't be like Elaine. Oh man, she got. I'm not gonna go into it, but I just think nobody really cared after she got the guilty verdict. Like, I don't think really anyone really gave a fuck. It was just like, because I think people wanted her head, honestly.
More people cared about Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah, and what I'm about to say is just for for that movement, I am for it because I do believe it. Like for the pandemic, at the very least, like that should have been a time where at the very least, like, you'd think that, like the workers that we have right now, like they would feel a lot, at least more, just a bit more appreciated. I'm not talking about shitty ass like work events, like y'all go to like a bowling alley or whatever the fuck, or like you get like a $2 gift card for like a Shitties, Chili's. I never been there, but I always hear bad things about Chili's, so like it's just like up there with Applebee's as far as
they got a burger with an egg on it, and so that's all I need.
I could do that at home.
Well,
David,
yeah.
you could make that at home.
Yeah, we can make a lot of shit at home. That doesn't mean like stuff at the outside isn't good.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying though, it's like you shouldn't be impressed with something that you could make at home.
Who said anything about impressed?
No, but people, because like most people don't cook at home ever. They don't even know what the fuck an egg is. They're like, oh, there's that thing that I see in the grocery store. Like you'd be surprised like how many people just absolutely do not know how to fucking cook. Not even a fucking egg in this country. and it's also because like, the Uber Eats, DoorDash, all them guys, like it's just so convenient now. Like, like I could just order the tacos that I like from this place for delivery. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll do that. It saves me to go to the grocery store.
Yeah, but that catches up to the millennial wallet real quick. So a lot of them are learning how to cook. And I want to learn how to cook because girls like guys who can cook.
Yeah, man.
On top of the fact that I should probably like save money and shit like that.
I'll be honest. My girl straight up like sucked my dick because I made her some food. So if y'all homies want that D sucked, just learn how to at least cook an omelet. She'll be very impressed because
and join the theater.
Maybe that too. You learn how to cook and learn how to read Shakespeare. Like, that's all you got to do. It's the Galaxy's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Pussy. But
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Pussy. I hate all those stupid guys on there. Like, all right, listen up, Chodes. I'm gonna teach you how to crush puss, and like all those websites that like fucking teach you like how to approach women and stuff like that. That like little hyper aggressive shit that they have. It's so cringe.
There was
like those websites teach you how to like fuck like girls. It doesn't teach you how to fuck women. You know what I mean? It doesn't teach you how to like do anything to like women who like actually honor themselves or have brains or are just looking for any dick to fuck.
But that's why if all you want is just pussy, then fuck it then. Like
but
if what you want is a relationship, then
at what cost?
Whatever. If that's up to them. I'm just saying though, like if that's what you want, then I'm not against it. But at the same time, like just don't think that those tactics are gonna apply to, let's say, like a person you'd want to to mother your children. That's all I'm saying. Like you could have one or the other, preferably not both, because then you'd be a cheating scumbag. But like to each their own. But what I was about to say was that like there was this show that I was watching, and it's was a manga a while back, and I think it's on Netflix now. It's about this essentially ex-Yakuza, like this ex-Yakuza hitman who essentially becomes a house husband, and it takes place in Japan and everything. And this guy is like, it's just, the premise of it is just so fucking outlandish and out there. And my girlfriend was the first one that showed me it, and I could not believe that like they even made a show like this. And I think it's also maybe a bit related to the fact that at house husbands, at the very least, like maybe not so much in the States, maybe that will be a thing more as like the years go on, perhaps, because like women are in the workforce. They all do. Sometimes they're like, men are in that situation where their wife is making way more money than them, so it's just like, well, fuck. Like, I guess if you're gonna be out there bringing home the bacon, then fuck, I might as well at least do the chores at home. Yeah, cook the bacon, cut the bacon and everything. Like, and it kind of explores like the it can be a little jarring because like obviously we're not used to traditionally speaking seeing the man of, let's say, a household like doing all of like the household chores. Like this guy in this show, he cooks, he cleans, he does the shopping, but the whole time he just has like this like very scary aura about him because everyone knows that this guy was Yakuza, and they're always just they're just like always terrified of even speaking to it. Like this guy goes to a grocery store and he's like, I'm here for that white stuff, and the fucking the grocery store lady was like, what? It's like, we don't have that here. Like, so at the very least, what I'm trying to get at is that if what you want is pussy, I am all for it. Use whatever, maybe not like, obviously not like chloroform style tactics to like,
I thought we were talking
pussy.
about the Great Resignation. What the fuck are...
Oh, so essentially, basically, what I'm getting at as far as that is concerned. Sorry, David's here to keep me on track.
What the fuck did you just go off on a tangent about?
David's keeping me on track here, but it's...
How did you go from the Great Resignation to like pussy? And how to achieve it by being a stay-at-home husband.
You'd be surprised. Everything is interrelated in this world of ours. A lot more than you may think. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get it.
I just didn't know how you could go from A to Z. Yeah, I get it. But, David, my mind works obviously different.
Contrary to popular belief, Plan Z can possibly fail.
Even if
in fact, it does. At the end of the movie, spoilers for the SpongeBob movie, Plan Z fails. There you go.
Is that the last time like Plankton stops? Is that the last time Plankton is the villain of the movie? Like, the movies?
I didn't see the other two movies, so I don't know.
Yeah, because there was the one where SpongeBob and company was like
superheroes and stuff.
Yeah, superheroes, yeah.
And then the last one, I think it's literally just about him finding Gary, which is a special that they did when we were kids. To just show how like they go all full circle.
David.
What? I
have a question for you.
Okay.
And I want your honest opinion about it. Because I honestly think DC is at that point where they just like, if this next Batman movie fails, they are kind of low-key fucked. Because I have never seen a Batman movie fail in my life. Can you see them doing a live-action, straight-up multiverse that basically Marvel is doing with that new Strange movie, and they've already kind of explored within the last couple series that they've released? Can you see DC doing a multiverse?
Besides the one they already did.
But like even just bigger. As far, like almost to the scale that like at least Marvel's like doing it.
Yeah, like you're talking about a DCU.
Yeah. Because they soft rebooted Batman with Robert Pattinson, which I'm gonna go see because I'm actually curious.
If Marvel keeps cranking out snooze fests like Eternals, then there could eventually be high enough of a demand where people are going to want to jump ship, because that demand for superhero movies is still there. You have like the coolest fucking cucumbers on the block talking about the latest MCU movie. Like stuff like Thanos is like an equipped and established part of hood culture at this point. Like everyone fucking, we used to get beat up for liking that shit. That's what you need to understand. We used to literally get punched in the fucking face for liking nerd shit.
Yeah, but can you
now
see
you're a fucking
DC?
Now you're looked at weird for not liking stuff like the MCU. Like me, who hasn't seen a fucking Marvel movie since Civil War. So, you could be like me and get the shit end of both sticks, or you could like see the demand that's, you know, gonna emerge if, like, again, they keep cracking out boring movies like Eternals. It would take years and years at this point, Dennis.
No, but we're talking about DC specifically, though.
I know we're talking about DC, you dumb motherfucker. Let me finish my point.
Your point's taking way too long.
Your point? What?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
What?
I'm joking.
It's coming from the guy who like, didn't even finish his fucking point about the Great Resignation.
Joking.
That's a spin-off of one joke that I made.
I'm joking. Guys, David can't take a joke. He's a boomer. Everyone point and laugh.
You're older than me.
Yeah, you talk older than me, though.
You want me to apologize for my sack dropping lower than yours?
Yeah, you got like a real crotchety like attitude more than me.
Like, I'm sorry my nuts dropped at the ripe age of 12. I'm
pretty sure your nuts dropped at the ripe age of 2, so...
Dude, I'm so fucking... I had another kid ask me if my voice was real. Like, he asked me how... Like, literally, a kid at the mall, he asked me, like, how did your voice get that deep? And I wanted to tell him, like, straight up, like, the kid was too young, so I didn't make this joke. I wanted to say, like, oh, well, my nuts dropped when I was really young. Obviously, I didn't say that to him. All I said was, the puberty, kid. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I literally just went through puberty, and I have a low voice. They're all just jealous. Whatever.
I mean, you've gotten it in public. Like, you've gotten compliments on your voice in public. So, I mean, I don't know what you're crying about.
I'm just, because people have accused me of faking my voice, Denise. It's happened to me before, but I mean, that's usually online.
All those people are cuts, so fuck them. Yes,
whatever. Point is, I think a DCU, like the kind that we have for Marvel, could be successful if Marvel just runs out of ideas. You remember how we literally started this podcast? We talked about Phase 32 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where they're making movies about half Refrigerator Man. They start doing that, and then people will probably prefer to watch whatever shitty Twilight Batman movie that's gonna come out on the fucking run.
So you're already kind of predicting that Batman movie's not gonna do well?
I don't know, man. I don't fucking care. I'm not gonna see it either way.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
But you want to watch a shitty Mario movie when it comes out, though.
That's because I'm like contractually obligated to by like my brain. All right, dude, that's the thing. I've already said multiple times that Andy Dwyer comes out of that fucking fat Italian cuck's mouth. I'm gonna walk out of the theater.
Wait, did they say? I forgot, but for the Mario movie, did they say it's gonna be not live action? So it's gonna be like obviously
it's
CGI.
animated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fucking Mario comes out.
It's
like
gonna
everyone
suck.
Everyone, chill the f out.
I'm just come out like with that fucking discount Jack Black that we watched on NBC for years.
I'm just gonna look at you.
Oh, 5,000 candles in the wind. Yeah.
I'm gonna actually like demand my money back. I'm gonna look at you like, and you owe me $8 as well, you little shithead.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't even want to. Whatever.
We're doing it for an episode.
I said my answer, bro. Like, if Marvel literally gets to the point where they legit run out of ideas, which, frankly, I do think some less people are watching their new shit now because, you know, they transitioned to television, which was the smart thing to do after Endgame, if we're being honest. You know, it's a whole different medium for them to, like, sell a whole new fucking platform on. I don't think that hype is going to die down anytime soon. Give it, like, maybe, I'm not even kidding, give it maybe, like, 20 years, and maybe at that point they can rebrand a whole new DCU with whatever new actors come out. You'll have, like, friggin' Dennis playing Batman. You know, the podcast did really well. You know, we started getting
like terrible cosplay of Batman, like played by me. It's like he's like, yeah, I'm Batman. It's like, so you have a Batmobile? It's like, yeah, it's my Honda Civic.
Like, I'm the new fucking Joker. The podcast blew up so much. We get like 12 billion listens per episode in the first hour. And all of a sudden, we get contracts from DC because they're like, oh, these guys have a successful podcast. I bet they could act. So here we go. And then they put us in. And that's when people will start watching the DCU movies again. Because other than that, I just don't... It's never going to be as successful as Marvel. Marvel's such a home brand name at this point, which, like I said, people who never grew up being nerds or who gave a shit about nerd culture are so obsessed with that shit. You can literally walk into, like, any fucking neighbor, and I do mean any neighborhood. Everyone knows who Thanos is now.
Yeah.
Everyone. Everyone. When he wasn't even one of, like, the super main villains of the comics.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean? It's like
Galactus and a bunch of others were definitely bigger than him, at least. Yeah,
Marvel's literally just a fucking part of the culture at this point because of these fucking movies. Disney already had this country by the balls, but now they have the balls with, like, the pinky finger wrapped around in our fucking prostate. So, it's in there, bro. So, honestly, no. DCU, not gonna happen or be a successful thing for a very long time. Marvel has to suck first. That's my honest answer.
Yeah, that is true. Because they're always comparing the two as well. Every time, like, let's say a new DC movie comes out, everyone always compares it to Marvel, and they always just at least complain about the tone of it, pacing of it. Why did they get Ben Affleck as Batman? like it always just goes on and on as far as the comparisons are concerned. And I'll even be frank, I had never even watched any of the new DC movies, and I still at least think, I take my bits and pieces away from it, and I at least just say, like, oh, Henry Cavill plays a great Superman. And that's it. I never watched Wonder Woman, and I know people were raving the shit about that movie, and especially even what was it, 1984?
No, that movie got fucking dogged on to shit, because it was legitimately really bad.
Yeah, so, like...
First one was really good, though. That was a good movie.
Yeah, I heard. Like, that's why I was like, just like, maybe I'll get around to watching it, like, because I always just kind of like I feel bad for saying this. I always go by hearsay when it comes to like, let's say, watching new movies. Like, I just got around to watching the new Loki series, and Tom Hiddleston is a handsome motherfucker, and he's very marketable. So it's like I get why they just won't let this motherfucker die. Like, literally,
I never thought he was that good looking.
I get why, because like
well, because he's
like,
standing next to fucking. Maybe it's because he's standing next to Chris Evans, and like fucking.
But yeah, but now that
Chris
he's in his own
Hemsworth and
series,
shit.
Like, he's away from that now. He's like,
Yeah,
I
so
am my own
he's
guy.
like the cream of the crap.
Yeah. Perhaps. And all I'm saying is, at the very least, like, I would love, like it's the reason why, like, when we talked about, we're gonna wrap this up, guys, but when we were talking about, this is actually what I wanted to talk about, believe it or not, but like, when we were talking about that new Mario movie coming out, and let's say also predicting if it did well, that it would basically be Nintendo's 2008 Iron Man and the start of like their whole, like, this whole universe that they want to make. Because I'm expecting an end credit scene at the end of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting it. Because I don't know what the fuck it is, but like, I guess Marvel also patented like end credit scenes for like just for all time. Because like I see even like movies that are even Marvel like doing that too.
Yeah.
Which
you read my mind.
Like, and again, like, they did it well. So like, what the fuck can I say about it? But at the very least, like, it's like I'm expecting, let's say, that new Mario movie coming out. Was it this year, David?
Yes, the Christmas time this year.
Christmas time this year. Damn, David, we're gonna have a very special Christmas episode.
More like
all
special ed.
I'm expecting, the end of that Mario movie to basically have an end credit scene, and basically gonna have them leave the door open because I believe at the end of the first Iron Man,
at the end, there's gonna be like a fucking like shadow walking out of the woods or something like that. A very long, lanky shadow taking very big strides.
Or like
and it
Toadsworth
turns up, and you see him, and he's just like, wah, and it's Waluigi. He's the villain of the next Mario movie that nobody asked for.
If Toadsworth like even had like a Nick Fury role, like, which I could definitely see them like maybe doing. What? Like, I don't know. They could literally do anything if they want with it. Is all I'm saying. And and again, like I even said before, that I know for a fact Nintendo was shopping around as far as like production companies to like see who can make this movie, and they probably went to Disney, and Disney said gave them their offer, and Nintendo was just like, hell the fuck no, we're not gonna pay that. And like, because I know for a fact, like, can you imagine too, like, if Disney had Nintendo under their umbrella?
I don't want to talk about that.
That's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying though. Like, nobody really truly wants that, considering like, as if Disney at this point isn't already big enough as it is. And
I can't think of a company that like needs to be bought out less than Nintendo. You know what I mean?
Explain that.
Disney literally purchasing Nintendo would literally be like fucking. What am I trying to say here? Well, who's another like king or titan of like another industry? You know what I mean? That would be like the NBA being bought out by like Nintendo. Frankly, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
it's like the titan of a complete other industry. At that point, they don't need that extra money to back them up for their projects. Nintendo already.
But they wouldn't be buying them out.
Quality shit.
They wouldn't be buying them out. It would just be more so that we have the rights to make this
movie. You sure about that? Are you sure about that?
It would start at that first though. But
is the company that bought ESPN and Marvel.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, they probably had those negotiations too, David. They probably did have them, and Nintendo didn't like what the fuck they were hearing, so they told Disney to get bent and said, go fuck yourself.
Well, Microsoft actually almost bought Nintendo once, and I'm not even kidding about that.
What year was this?
I don't remember. This was
when like the Wii U came out?
No. Years and years prior. I think it was during the late 90s. Or like the early 2000s, and the late 90s, early 2000s. To be honest, I forget. And Nintendo considered it. Believe it or not, like they actually had like meetings.
Who was the president at the time? Then was it still Iwata?
I believe it was Yamauchi.
Okay, so not Iwata. Yeah, because Iwata would have never fucking okayed that. I feel, in my opinion.
Yeah, they said literally Microsoft tried to buy Nintendo, but they legit got laughed out of the room. Like, they wanted their software for, like, the fucking Xbox and shit. Like, the original Xbox, and then they got memed on to shit for it.
That's actually hilarious, though.
Yeah, like they had like one meeting and Nintendo was like lol and like it didn't
get
go
the fuck out.
on.
Like literally get the fuck out. Get on your plane and go back to your fucking shitty ass company in Texas. Get
Fucking
the fuck out of my face.
Jesus H Christ! I do not want to think about the reality where that happened. Holy fuck! Like I would not want to live in that world. I need that.
Be cursed as fuck. Like literally Master Chief and Mario in a game together.
Yeah, and who the fuck knows what would happen to Mario? How they would rebrand him.
Yeah.
Potentially. Or what they would do with like some of the lower franchises that people love. Metroid, oh my god, Metroid would look completely different. But, you know.
If there's one thing that I'm happy about that timeline, it's definitely that, Microsoft did not get their hands on Nintendo. Good lord, Jesus, that would have been terrible.
Yep.
But, so, yeah, guys, we're just going to wrap it up here.
Oh, man, I didn't get to talk about my sex thing.
Can you make it quick?
Probably not.
Okay. So, guys, we're going to wrap it up today. Today was going to, like we said, it's going to be a quick one. I got vaxxed again, and David has an appointment that he has to go to, so we're going to keep this one short today. David, you may plug in your Fiverr.
There it is.
You just leave it there and don't say a word. And, just like, and then the episode just cuts to black.
There it is. Boom. I got distracted. My Fiverr profile. Boom. You can hire me for your YouTube or your fucking your commercial project or even your fucking
cameo in the NCU.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Hire me for your cameo in the NCU. I'll be the intern that appears in the back. Pay me in fucking coffee. But seriously, if you like what you hear, then you can go ahead and check that out if you want. I gotta update my demo reels. I say that every week, but I'm too fucking lazy. But this is my last week of
New year,
doing
new you, man.
This is my last week of doing the Nintendo Ambassador program, actually. So I'm finally gonna have some free time for a change.
Thank fuck.
Yeah, thank fuck.
Lord knows everyone needs their free time. Don't take that for granted, people.
Yeah.
Ever.
But yeah, that's me on my Fiverr if you want to check that out. I'm available for all sorts of projects, and I really want to get my foot as well as other parts of my body wet. Dennis.
So, guys, you can visit also us on Twitter, which I consider the Western Roman Empire. It also fell first, so David gets that bit. I'll take the East, which is Instagram. It's a bit longer lasting. Lasted for a pretty long time, actually, believe it or not. 1453. David fell in 476, so who's the loser there? But after that, we have also our podcast plugs for Spotify, Apple, Google, Anchor as well. And guys, we are actually going to be recording, believe it or not, an Anchor ad break, which we will be using to get Chipotle money. So keep an eye out for that in one of our future episodes later down the line. Guys, thank you for listening to this, probably the shortest episode this year so far. So thank you for listening to two retards talk about comic books and anti-work. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you leave
and COVID-titus.
We hope you leave a like and a subscribe and even whatever the fuck else they do on Spotify. I don't know if you guys thumb up or shit, but leave all that.
They can subscribe to it on Spotify. They could subscribe to it on Spotify. It's like a little follow button. It's just podcasts you follow. Yeah. So follow us also on Spotify as well. Like, get those numbers up. This is a big racket, and we're trying to get those numbers up right now. So, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening. Yeah. I'll see you. I know I sound a little sleepy. I think maybe the booster's kicking in now. Yeah, that's why we're making this episode a little shorter, among other things, is Denise needs his rest.
And David, you want to know something?
What's up?
You could keep this in too. I was naked this entire fucking podcast. Oh, I wish we had the webcams today. David would just see my naked body for the whole hour that we were recording. Bye.
Bye. Let's all. Did not need to know that.